Yo, 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 what's up, guys? It's Roho Kobe here, back again with another live stream. Today, we are going to be looking at my new comic, Scrub, which is a comic about my time playing AAU basketball. This is a free comic. You can download it right now for free. Click the link in the description. This goes to my website where you can go and get a download of that comic and many other comics that I dropped within the last year. I also have a art book on there, and you can also purchase a physical copy of my last comic that I just put out, Tit for Tat, which I did a live stream on my previous live. So if you want to go check that out and see what the book is about, you can on that live stream as well. But yeah, I mean, I have. Let me see. I'll show a copy real quick before I. Sorry, I got a bunch of shit here. So yeah, you can get a copy of my last comic, Tit for Tat, right now. I have a good amount of copies left. It is I think it's about 40 pages long horror comic. So yeah, you can go get that copy right now. Link in the description. But yeah, today we are going to be looking at my new comic that I finished this last week. This is probably like the fastest I've ever finished a comic. I think I did it in probably like 6 weeks, give or take. This one was a lot easier to like write, draw. It's more of a personal story about my time playing AAU basketball. So like coming up with the plot and stuff was nothing, because it was just about my time playing basketball. So it was just like recollections of things. Like I just pieced all together all of like the like my times playing basketball and stuff like that. So yeah, let me show my screen real quick. I don't like that. Let me see. Try this one. Full screen. I guess I'll go down. That works. Anyways, so yeah, so before we get into that, tomorrow I will be at the Virginia Beach Sports Card Show. I went to the show a few times as just like a guest to go see what it's about. It's actually a pretty legit show. It's the Virginia Beach Field House. So if you're in the DMV area or in the Virginia 757 Hampton Roads area, come meet me out here. I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to be selling. Aside from this tit for tat comics I'm going to be selling, I got Troll Call. I will be selling out at the convention as well. I'm gonna be handing out a bunch of free stuff, including these handmade copies I've made of my art book, Ink Slapper, which is just all a collection of a bunch of art pieces that was recommended by like you guys, the viewer. So I'm going to be, having a bunch of these there, handing them out for free, just stuff to give away. Just even if I don't sell anything, people will just remember. Just I think it's just good marketing. I'm also gonna have these stickers, and these stickers I will just be giving away for free, or and like with a purchase of a comic or art. I'm gonna be selling original art as well. So yeah, come out tomorrow. I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, let's go to the comic. So Scrub. Like I was saying earlier, it's about my time just playing basketball. This is the cover art. Those are actual traditional screen tones that I used for the the comic. I got a bunch of screen tones from Brian Moss, who runs the Power to the Panel channel. He went to Japan this past fall, and he was gracious enough to like get a bunch of screen tones and bring them back for us. He just bought us. We like don't send him a bunch of money, and he bought us a whole bunch. Like I have probably like 60 pages of screen tones, like actual legit deleters, not like full on deleter pages, not like the deleter juniors you see on like on Amazon or whatever, which are like super duper overpriced. I got a bunch of them for probably like a quarter the price that you would see on like Amazon or eBay, whatever the fuck. So yeah, so it looks cool. I think it's interesting to see how the screen tones on like here look compared to like the digital screen tones that I'm going to be using. And you'll see like how like on the pages how the digital screen tones kind of came out. So but yeah, this is the cover. It's an homage to like the Wilt Chamberlain picture of him scoring 100 points. If you're a basketball person like me and you know the history of basketball, that was like the only person ever score 100 points was Wilt Chamberlain, and there was an infamous picture of him holding the sign says 100. And I mean, now every time somebody does something like remarkable, they hold up a sign as like a funny like meme thing, like, oh, he scores 80 points, 70 points, or 60 points. So yeah, this is negative 100. I thought it was pretty interesting. So pretty funny. Yeah, so let's get into this. This is another piece that I did. This is just like mock art I did for the book before I started working on the pages. Again, these are all traditional screen tones on here. Yeah, I like at first I was kind of coming up with like I didn't know what I wanted to call the title, so I put Wisa. Like I was thinking that might be the title, but I went with Scrub better. I feel like one word titles just work better than like putting a long sentence or multiple words. I don't know. This is something I've just been messing around with. I literally just come up with the titles like last minute for most of my comics. Like it's like literally like one of the last things I think of because it's not like that important, at least to me. I don't know. But yeah, this is another thing I did. So yeah, here we go. You see how it looks better if I do it like this. It doesn't really make a difference, huh? So yeah, so this is the first page. So most of this was done traditionally. What I would do is I do like a hybrid traditional digital deal where I do all my pencils digitally. I just find it to be a lot more faster, more time efficient than actually going and doing like all the layouts on the paper and stuff like that and inking over it. I don't know. For me, it just seems more, like I said, faster, time efficient and stuff like that. And then, it's just more helpful. And it also gives me an excuse to use all of, like the tools that I have, like to continue using Procreate, to continue using my printer that I bought, so like I pretty much will do the pencils on the iPad. I print them out on the Bristol board and then I ink over it with this. I used a Tombow brush pen, and I used there's like Copic brush pen that I found that I really like. I used to with the Tit for Tat, I used the Winsor Newton 3 and 1, but and I really like the Winsor Newtons and stuff like that. But the issue with that is it like takes forever like to use the Winsor Newtons. You have to like dip it in the ink. You have to get the what's it called back on it, like the tip every time you use it, and then you have to like clean it off after, and it's just annoying. So like I just felt like it's just really time consuming, and it just makes me not want to use them. So I'm like, for me, I'm really about like trying to get things done like in a fast way while still trying to maintain my quality in like art and stuff like that. So like I said, the brushes are cool, and like I want to continue using them, but like I'm probably would just continue using them more or less on like pinup art where I don't have like a time limit and time frame, even though like I don't really have like a deadline really. It's just more for myself, but I still want to get in the habit of being able to knock out a page a day, 2 pages a day, and something like things of that nature. That's just like my goal, while still getting better at my art and my anatomy and things like that. So so this is the first page. Essentially, like I was doing this thing right here with the inks where I have like this like shitty like cheap ass brush, and I was just like scratching it on there with the inks and stuff like that. I also got like a toothbrush and I'll scratch on there, and was just trying new techniques with this one. You'll see more of the scratchiness later in some of the other pages and panels. I really like to try to do different things every time I do a comic. So like I always focus on like different aspects, like inking, and also storytelling was pretty like the biggest thing on there. Also with like what's the word I'm looking for, like being anatomically correct and having a well-paced story is always a thing for me. But like I always try to do new things. Like with this one, I was trying to get like the dynamic poses right, because being as basketball, so you try to have everything looking cool and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, CXS? So man, so like I always try to like have a new goal for every single comic. So I knew this one was gonna be a short one, so I knew this comic was just gonna be like a real quick like in and out, because I mean like I can do a 60-page comic in probably like 2 months, 2.5 months. So this is only 23 pages. So I just knew like, okay, I want to try to do new techniques, do different things. So that's what I did with like the brushes and stuff like that, all the crazy brush strokes. Like with this page is like one of my favorite pages. So like all this stuff right here, like I was using the ink splatter, like that's one of my favorite panels. Right here, I should have took the text off, but so like all this stuff, like all was just like slapping ink on there. Like I really just want to like get used to like doing a whole heavy inks and stuff like that, and just trying to play around with that with this comic specifically. I really try to like hone in on that like Daniel Warren Johnson, Sanford Green, James Herron style, where they use the whole paper and they just do a bunch of just scratch marks and splatters, and just it's just something that's really addictive and it just feels good. Like this is my second comic I've done traditionally since out of all the comics I've done so far, and I feel like it helps me level up, and the feel is a lot more different than doing it on the iPad. Like again, I think the iPad is good for certain aspects, like getting your layouts done, getting your pencils out and stuff like that, because to me it is more time efficient. You're able to fix things on the fly and not have to like keep erasing and redoing and erasing and redoing. And if you erase too much, you mess up the paper, you gotta start all the way over, or like pay something on there. I'm like, nah, fuck that, I'm just gonna print it out. But doing the inks though, which is like the more important part for me, is like I feel like I thrive more doing the inks. I feel like I can mess around a lot more. And then I have like this big ass bottle of what's it called, Speedball Super Black. So I'm trying to like use it up. Like, I don't want to just sit here. So I just find a reason to use a bunch of inks and stuff like that, and splatter and stuff. So right here, if you look behind like all the words, like where the Michael Jordan, the AI figures are, like I used the toothbrush and I was just scratching in there, scratching and just doing what I could. Pretty much is like the just trying new techniques out, like that little white mark on his afro. I just was trying to like make it seem like more of like a highlight, like a texture highlight, see how that worked out. I think it came out pretty good. I think this is one of my favorite pages also. I like the moodiness of it. More of this, just more of like it's like a background of like the character. I mean, obviously this is based off my life, so a lot of these are based off of things that I did growing up. Like I used to play Lego a lot. I used to draw when I was younger before I played basketball, and like I used to watch a lot of movies and TV shows with my family and stuff before I got older. Again, there's more pages like I guess this is a personal story, so I have like it's my mom, my dad, like it's just like a real recollection of like things that I went through while playing sports and things I remember. Another one of my favorite pages that I think came out really good. Again, like showing like the storytelling for this page is kind of like telling how, or like what made me fall in love with basketball and how I can't really pinpoint it, which I feel like that's with like anything. Like if you really fall in love with something, you can't really pinpoint with the origin of like why or what made you fall in love with it, and not even just what made you fall in love with it, what kept you engaged with that thing for a long time. Like I can't really pinpoint what made me fall in love with comics or drawing, but I can pinpoint like which comic that, like the earlier comics that I can remember, like that I still will want to read today or still have today. Like for me, it's like Invincible is a comic I really loved back in the day. Kick Ass, the Ed McGuinness, Jeff Loeb, Hulk run. Those are like the three like top comics that I always will pinpoint back to my time, like when I first started reading comics and drawing, that I really love looking at, and just gives me a lot of inspiration. Even though like I might not draw like that or tell stories like that, those are comics that I really think about. So, but even here, like in this page, I talk about how like playing basketball, what like kept me engaged was just playing in the backyard by myself, watching all the highlights on YouTube, watching the games on TV live, and things like that. And then I think the pose and the face just looks cool. And then again, the traditional inks, I just was just doing a bunch of white splatter everywhere, just just trying to add more texture to the page is all. Like that's really what I am trying to do with a lot of that stuff. Um, but yeah, it's just some more stuff. Just another cool page. I think this came out pretty cool, the sequence and stuff. Another super cool page I really like. So this effect right here with the that's all toothbrush. This like black stuff is all like a toothbrush and just white inks, and I was just doing a lot. I think like this texture worked for some pages, and some pages I think it might have been a little bit of overkill, but for right here that adds to the ferociousness of like me, like the character, my character blocking the shot. So I think it kind of added that aspect to it. Right here, I like the same thing, all that scratchiness, the noise behind there, kind of like I think it adds a moodiness to it, like a sense of like dread or something of that nature to this scene. I think it came up pretty cool. This is like one of my favorite sequences in the page. This is a true story. Uh, one high school game when I was playing, I think like JV, like my sophomore year, my junior year, I don't remember. I went and stole the ball from the point guard, and I went to try to dunk it, and I got hung, which I essentially means I missed I missed it. But in like real life, I got fouled, and like I missed it, and when I hit the rim, my hand got caught in the net, and I fell and busted my ass. I was like hella embarrassed, but I remember that as being a funny moment. And then when I got up to do my free throws, I ended up getting a Charlie horse in my leg, and I had to sit out, and I couldn't shoot the free throws. And one of my teammates shot the free throws, and he missed them. And I was like, "Damn, bro! Like, what the fuck?" Like, so I remember that being like a funny moment. But I just wanted to add that in here because I just remember that being like that was like a big thing for me when I was in high school playing basketball. I was like, I want to dunk in a game, and I never was able to. But yeah, this is a funny thing. This main panel came out really good, I think. Again, just more sequences of just action, playing basketball, just movement. And that was another thing I feel like with doing this type of story, there were certain things that I felt I kind of messed up on, or I didn't get like I didn't do my page layouts the best way I possibly could, because there were some aspects that were like drawn too small, or like it works on the iPad, but when I printed it out and try to draw it traditionally, it wouldn't work because it was like too small of like a print on there. So when I went to go ink it, I would get all smudge and stuff. So like some of the stuff I had to fix in like on the iPad once I scanned it back in, like some of the faces and stuff, because it would get really muddy trying to get all the fine like details and stuff in. But so that's just like another thing that I had, like a lesson I learned was like I really need to just like structurally figure out how to lay out my pages and make it work for myself, in the things that I'm good at drawing and aspects that I can draw, so it doesn't like get too muddy for me or too like stiff or too small. You know what I'm saying? And also like a thing that I feel like I did with this one was some of the sequences I could have stretched out a little bit more and added like another page or two into the sequence so it flowed better, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you download the comic and you guys let me know. I love the feedback. I'm always here for like constructive criticism. Always, like I'm always open for it. 24/7. But another sequence. I like this pose. I think this pose came out good. Me shooting the ball. Right here is the ink splatter again. I think that kind of was a little much for this. I think I could have did without it, but I just, like I said, I was just trying new things every single time. The sequence came out cool. I like the ref. I think his face looks funny. I think it came out pretty good. Right here, this is another good page. I really like this page. I think the sequence came out pretty good. Like the inks right there, I think that came out good. I think that even the inks right here where the hands like flicker up, I think that came out really good also. This is like one of my favorite sequences also in the comic, where it's like a defensive play, but I feel like it paced really fast and it really gave the good atmosphere of like playing basketball, where it's like he's setting up the play, he's running through the play, he passes the ball and passes through the main character's face, the other opponent catches it, and then like these are like my two favorite panels, the whole like comic so far, and I really liked try to embody me like getting angry, try to run out and block the ball. I think this page came out really good. This top panel, all this whole sequence is like really solid. So the more sequence. So like the story kind of like goes from like me like narrating my time playing basketball to like the actual like game, like the ending of the game that I'm playing like currently in the story. So I think this came out, all pretty cool. I think this panel came out weird. Like I was trying to figure out how I'm supposed to like get the ball and like going through. I kind of like didn't do the best with it, but it is what it is. Again, so we get like the flashback sequence, playing basketball in the park. I think I like that top panel of the hand came out pretty good. This 2 pages came out pretty good panels. Again, I just added a bunch of white splatter, just adding more texture, just for the means of it. Sometimes, I mean, it might be overkill. I don't know, but I think it's cool, man. I just like when I'm drawing and when I'm doing these like pages, I was just feeling it, like going into that hyper focus state. I don't know what would you call it, but like just going in and just throwing stuff at the wall and just seeing what lands and what doesn't. And like I think that's another reason why I'm doing this free, like because I was just trying so much different things that, and also I don't know how like people care. Like I don't want I don't want to do a print run of this and nobody buys it because I don't sports comics aren't that popular here in the States compared to like Japan and stuff like that. So like I wasn't trying to buy a bunch of comics and like have them sit like even they sit for tech copies. Like I haven't sold that many, so I don't like. Once I sell out of these, I'll do another print run of another comic or whatever. But you know, it is it is what it is. But I think the sequels came out pretty cool, and then I like this pose a lot. That's pretty good. And then these two panels, oh shit, what happened? These two panels came out pretty solid. Also, I looked up so much references like of basketball players like shooting and like doing all that kinds of stuff. It's kind of funny. Did a lot. And so yeah, that's pretty much his last page, just kind of like summing it all up. But yeah, and then there's like a mock drawing I did of like the first page real quick, just kind of see how the vibe of it came out. I don't like that. It looks bad. But yeah, that's pretty much the comic. Like I said, you can download the copy off my website for free. I have a bunch of other stuff on there that you can download. But yeah, that's the first comic of the year so far. I am planning on doing like more things. I just haven't figured out like I have an idea of a new story that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like a Super Sentai, like Ultra Mega, Power Rangers, Guyver type story. Not in the like themes of like those type of stories, but more of like the character designs and stuff. Like I want to do something more like those type of character designs where the characters wearing a mask and like having the flashy outfits and stuff like that, fighting kaijus and shit like that. So I'm thinking of like doing a story similar to that. So that's like the goal for the next comic, and I want them to be like longer, so like 80 pages or so probably. Like that's probably gonna be like my summer project. So like probably starting like April, March. I'm gonna like do character designs. I'm going to do like breakdowns and like figure out like how I'm going to tell the story and stuff like that, and then really like get into it. Let's look at some other stuff that I've been working on lately. So this is a page I did for Otaku no Gaijin Volume 2, which is a K-fan book. This is about like a bunch of anime from there that were put out in the theaters in the early 2000s, late 90s. I did Vampire Hunter Bloodlust, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I hadn't actually seen. I thought I seen that. I seen the movie before, but I'm thinking of like Vampire Plus D or some shit like this, like a TV show with some girl as a vampire that has a sword. I forgot what it's called. I used to watch on Adult Swim a long time ago, but this is my page. This is traditional zips on there. Everything. This is the same thing. I drew it digitally, printed it out, colored it. I think the colors are cool. I need to like study more color theory and stuff like that. I want to like get better at coloring, but like that's like a later thing. I'm more focused on just the foundations of drawing right now before I kind of like dive too deep into doing colors and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate it, Frank. Yeah. I mean, I've been like once I get like into like one story, like once I'm like pretty much done with one story, I end up like start wanting to do the next one. And so like yeah, I think a Super Sentai. I started reading Guyver. I was watching somebody on live stream and they were talking about Guyver, so I started reading it. I read like the first like 30 chapters. It's an alright story, but like this character designs and everything is like super fucking dope. So I was like, man, I want to do something like that and like tell like a cool story with like a bunch of like flashy fight scenes and blasts and like monsters and stuff. Because I don't really draw stuff like that, and I also want to do like a longer story too. So like, just try something else out. So yeah, I've been like I was reading a bunch of Guyver. I downloaded like a bunch of like pictures of Guyver and like was studying like the character designs and things like that. So yeah, that's gonna be like something I'm really gonna look into doing. It's this picture of Storm that I drew for. This is also a pinup for another comic that I'm going to be in called Sewer Boys Volume 2. They do like a first. They do like remixes of like old comics. So they did like a TMNT one last, and now we're doing an X-Men. They're doing like X-Men one, and I was lucky enough to get into like the next book. So this is my pinup. I decided to do Storm for this one. I think this is probably like one of my better pictures. This is like all traditional. Also, same thing. Drew it on the iPad, printed it out, did a whole bunch of stuff on it, and then I scanned it back in, and yeah, I had a good time like coloring all the blacks and stuff on the back. Sounds like a good time for you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I always try to do like different types of stories like that. Like that basketball was like a slice of life type story, so I wanted to focus on like the storytelling. Also, like it's action, but it's not like fantastical action. So there's not like a lot of like punching or kicking, just people running and like shooting basketballs and stuff like that. And like I think when it came to those sequences were good, but I don't know. I feel like each artist has like their strong suit. I think doing like superhero type stuff is more a strong suit for me, but also I don't want to like marginalize myself to just one type of like story, So yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to something like that. I'm gonna enjoy doing. So like a dark Super Sentai type story would be super cool. I think would be and it'll give me a chance to like test out my inks because I want to do more like grittier type looks, and then I want to do something more and like use my zips up and stuff and get the most out of the materials that I have right now, But yeah, that's another pinup. Yeah, man, I just have a bunch of I just did so many different pinups. I got these I'm working on. I'm gonna print these out after I get off live, and I don't know if you can see them. Like that's Red X. So this is like pretty much what I do. Like I'll draw all of my stuff, and then I'll show you and to the screen, and then I print it out. So I'm doing like I like binged watched TMNT. I mean Teen Titans. Like all like last month, just because I kept seeing like videos on YouTube about it. So I was like, man, let me rewatch it. And I was like, man, it still holds up. I'm not gonna lie, it still holds up. And it was free I think it's on Prime. So I watched like the whole like first few seasons. I didn't finish the last season because I started watching some other stuff. But I mean, it's a really good show. It is a really good show. I even like Teen Titans Go, like unpopular opinion. I like Teen Titans Go too. I think it's pretty funny. But so that Red X is a cool character. I always liked him. So I wrote like I'll write like a list of like characters that I'm gonna draw. So this is one I'm gonna work on. I might work on it tonight, or I'll probably just save it for tomorrow while I'm at the convention sitting down. And then I did a piece of Tara. She's another cool character I really liked, so I'm gonna do that one today also, or print it out and probably take it to the convention with me tomorrow and just work on it while I'm sitting around at the con. So, but yeah, now I put like a blue line on it. Hopefully, saves me a little bit of ink, and I print it out and I just ink all of that. But yeah, man, this is another piece I was starting off. This is gonna be like my Guyver piece. I might finish this one tonight, and it depends. I gotta wake up kind of early to get ready to go to the convention, so I might not draw anything after this, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna do this in like a Guyver piece, and yeah, I just been doing like a lot of stuff, man. These are some of the pieces that I did for the my Ink Slapper book that you can also download for free off my website. All of these were recommended by the viewers who watch my channel. On my community page, I'm like super active. Like I post like stuff all the time. I'm thinking about like doing like my membership thing on there now. So I'm a YouTube partner and I can do the membership. I just haven't really like taken the time to like really focus on this. Pretty much like having a Patreon, but it's just exclusively for like my YouTube. So like I will be able to like premiere videos earlier to you guys. I will be able to put like exclusive things that only you guys can watch. Like if you're a paid member, and I wouldn't charge much, probably like $1, $2. Like there's like 3 different features, so I'll put like $1 for like early access to videos, and $2 for like exclusive videos that are like that everybody can see. So like I was thinking about doing like videos on like how to be like how to use YouTube to like benefit you as a comic book creator, and how to grow your channel and like how to do those type of things, because I feel as though like a lot of people try to use YouTube, and I always see them, and they're always using it like in a weird way, and I'm like, I mean, I have like I studied YouTube pretty much. Like before I started like posting like my videos on my channel, I studied heavy. I mean, I used to watch YouTube all the time. Like I only watch YouTube outside of like a random, I get a random itch to watch a TV show, then I'll binge watch a show while I'm like drawing. But like since I draw so much, especially on my free time, I watch things that I can consume while I'm drawing. So podcasts, interviews, video essays, things I don't have to look at the screen, but I can just listen to a lot of the times. And that's why I do my content the way I do, because I feel like it's digestible while doing other things. But in doing so, that's why I do. Like I said, I do the stuff that I do, and I feel like I learned so much about YouTube and my channel. I'm almost at 4K. Hopefully, I can get there soon. My video I just dropped today or yesterday is, I think, almost at 5K views. So that's like the fastest I've gotten views on a video before. So thanks to everybody who's watched it already, liked it and commented and all that stuff. That always helps a lot. And so yeah, I'm like the membership thing. I was thinking about making videos on how to like grow your channel as a comic book creator, how to like do things like that. I feel like it's very important for comic book creators to have a way to market their books and stuff like that and their artwork. If you want to be serious and make money off of your stuff, even like doing this YouTube channel has helped me like get more eyes on my work. Like my mailing list before I started the channel to now is like triple fold. Like I probably like 10 people before, just from like spamming on Facebook pages and on my Instagram, to like I'm almost at 100 people, which is pretty good. Like the most important thing is having a mailing list. Like that's why when I first started like getting back into making comics and stuff like that, that was like a thing people always told me, like having a mailing list is like super duper important or whatever. This thing is so annoying. That one works. So I was thinking about making those type of tutorial videos. I guess like I want to do like how to videos, but like I don't want to get into that like realm of doing that, because there's only so much information you can give out before like you kind of hit like a brick wall, and like people will like reiterate the same things over and over, like make the same videos. Oh, like, oh, this is how you ink this, and this is how you draw this, and this is how you do this, and like, oh, this is how you draw an eye in 2024. Okay, now like let's revisit this video and do it again in 2025. How to draw an eye is like, how many how tutorials can I do? So I was thinking about doing like a YouTube membership and doing that, and also doing tutorials on like how I make comics and like my theories and thought process on when it comes to comic book creation. So we'll see. I just don't want to do something like that and have people like pay for a membership or a subscription to something, and like then I feel the pressure to like have to keep up with it. That's why I haven't done like a Patreon or anything like that either, because I'm kind of like I've been able to make a schedule to make YouTube videos while still working, taking care of my family, and also making comics. So adding another thing to the plate, which will divide up my time even more, is kind of something that I like. I don't know yet, so but we'll see though. I don't know how does that sound to you guys, but those type of things. But yeah, I did all these pieces. All these pieces were all traditional pieces, all things I was having a good time. And I feel like since I started drawing back on paper with pencil and ink and stuff, that I have totally gotten like so much better and more comfortable with my drawing abilities and just things like that, man. Like I don't know, I feel like it's like night and day, essentially. That is fucking sick. That came out pretty good. This one is the first time I tried to do the toothbrush thing right there. You can kind of see it. I don't like all of that. Like, yeah, I tried to do the toothbrush thing, but it didn't. It kind of came out wonky. And then like, it's a swamp thing. Actually, like, I feel like I shouldn't have inked that bottom part with all that black and kind of made it more of a tree so it doesn't look all weird. But appreciate it. 44K. Thanos. This came out pretty cool. I think the background was like, I don't know, like those streams of energy. I was trying to like figure out how to do that, but I don't know if it worked. But absolute Superman. This character from what's it called? Dottery, freaking anime. Scud. This one came out really good. The Gambit one, I think that came pretty cool. Robot from what's it called? What's this shit fucking called? Doom Patrol. I really like the Doom Patrol show. I don't know if you guys ever seen that Doom Patrol show, but I watched like the first 2 seasons of that. It was really good. I really liked that show. It was really good. But yeah, Flame Dramon from Digimon, one of the best freaking shows ever. Body Bags. This is a cool comic, and I backed the Kickstarter for the art book, and I'm super hyped to get it. I really like. I wish I would have known about Jason Pearson before he had passed away, because I mean, and like you can't find this comic ever anywhere. Like I've looked for it every time I go to a comic book shop. You can't find any of these fucking. It probably didn't have like a huge print run, but I found the digital copies and I was reading it. It's really good. His art was really good. His Joker just came out pretty cool. Yeah. My Savage Street Vigilante. This is like 30 minutes drawn. I don't even like, real quick. I'm waiting for that book to come in the mail also. But yeah, again, you can check out Scrub right now. You can download a copy for free on my website. Yeah, and let me know, give me some feedback. I'm always here, like I said earlier, open for feedback. So you give it a look. It's a personal story about me playing basketball. If you like basketball, you like a narrative story about, personal slice of life type of comics, then yeah, give it a look and let me know what you think. Be on the lookout for a Super Sentai Kova comic. I don't know when, probably I will say like July. I'm gonna take some time with this one because I really want to do like my best with Word. Like that's another thing I've been battling with. Like I said earlier, like I try to be super fast and proficient with stuff, but I also want to like be better, like draw better. So I don't want to like rush to do a comic, put it out because I don't have a deadline for nothing. I'm not like with the publisher right now or anything like that. So there's no point in me like going super fast. I mean, I'm still going like I move like that anyways, just kind of like how my working motor is, just to go like quick. But yeah. So yeah, you can check this out on my website for free. I also have copies of Tit for Tat on my website that you can download. I have, copies left, a bunch of copies left that you can download of my comic. I mean, that you could buy of Tit for Tat. You can download copies of this. I also have copies of Troll Call left. You can download. Say an anthologies, anti-bullying anthology about like internet trolls. A lot of good, great artists in here. Show you my 2-page spread real quick. If you are going to be in the DMV area, I will be at the Virginia Beach Fieldhouse tomorrow. Pull up the thing real quick. Shit. I will be there selling those books that I just showed you, but I also will be doing commissions. I will be doing selling, giving away free stuff, so stickers. I have made like printouts of my Ink Slapper Volume 1 that I've homemade printouts. I have art comp like I will be having like a bunch of like the original pages from dropping stuff. Like original pages from I appreciate it, Yankee. I will be selling like a bunch of just stuff, giving away a bunch of stuff. So I did like a bunch of sketch covers, like a Deadpool sketch cover I did. I'll be selling that tomorrow. I have this I Hate Fairyland sketch cover that I did a while back. I have a few blank covers left, so if I get commissioned, I have like a profit one, and I have this Batman, Absolute Batman one also. I also have been working up. Give me a second. Oh, crap. Ugh. I also have been I bought this like sketchbook and like a Strathmore mixed media, and I've been like doing a bunch of like head like drawings for the con. Like I'm gonna sell like these like cheap drawings of just like characters. So I did this Deadpool. I did this Batman. These are probably like $5-10. Like just like quick drawings that I did. I did this Hulk. This one came out really good. I did Spider-Punk. So these will all be for sale at the convention tomorrow. And whatever I don't sell, I might put up on my website. You can, if you want a copy or want any of these, just let me know. I did this Superman. It's like the old Fletcher Superman with the eyes closed. Always like that design. That was pretty cool. And then I did Daredevil. And then I think that might be the last one I did. So I've been doing those like this whole week, just like what's it called? Like all just like quick ones that I'm just like print out and I mean not print out, like rip out and just like put them up for like $5-10, depending on the shit. Do my phone. Depending on like the what's it called? Like whoever wants to buy. But yeah, so if you're gonna be there, come say what's up. Again, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday all day. It's my first con, my first time tabling, so I've been like prepping. I'm not gonna bring too much stuff. Like I said, just comics, art, just a bunch of shit just to sell, and I'm probably gonna go buy some stuff. I mean, I've been to the show a bunch of times, like 2-3 times. It's a pretty good show for what it is. Like a lot of people show up and like come out, like they have like retired baseball players usually, and like wrestlers. I think they're having like voice actors there. There's a couple other comic book artists I've seen there, like the colorist Jason Keith. He did like the Ed McGuinness, what's it called, Jeff Loeb Hulk colors. I met him there before. I actually had him look at my artwork a long time ago, like a year ago. So I think he's gonna be there again tomorrow, so I might have him look at my work and see what he thinks. He probably doesn't remember, but it's been a while. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I bought these little like standy things. They got them. I got them off Amazon. So I can put my comics in the display. Bullshit. I printed a bunch of these out at work. So the only thing I sucked, I forgot like the file wasn't like right. So I usually have like a QR code on the back of my stuff, but it's just a Joker picture instead. But I mean, it's whatever. I printed out like there you go. Like a big ass QR code thing, just like to put on the table so people can just like whatever. Like QR codes are free, guys. So like you might as well utilize them. It just goes directly to my website. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching this live stream and hanging out, chit chatting, and everything. Appreciate everybody who's read my comics. I appreciate everybody who's going to read them. You can download them, like I said, free comics. Yeah. If you're gonna go the Virginia Beach thing, see you tomorrow. Go check out my new video I just dropped about Nick Simmons and how he stole bleach or tried to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.